Hey, what's up guys? Today I'll show you a horror comedy film, Night of the Demons, Part 2. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. The movie begins with a man and a woman carrying briefcases as they walk into a mysterious home called the Hull House. They enter the home and explore it, but find no one at first. Suddenly, a spooky lady shows herself, and the couple reveals they're here to talk about God. The spooky lady says that she's going to have cake, so the couple follows her. But this turns out to be the devil's cake. The couple runs away in fear, but the lady turns into a demon and ends their shitty lives. Now, the opening credits show us the inside of the Hull House. Then, we move to a stormy night, where a couple of creepy boys named Johnny and Hunk are playing Peeping Tom and acting like doctors to check out the hormone conditions of those sexy babes. They are interrupted by a nerd who has finished beating his smelly sausage. The boys don't care about his fishy business and continue to peep at the girls, consisting of Babe, Bully, and Blonde. Bully mentions a horrific story where a bunch of chopped-up kids were found in the Hell House. A girl named Angela was not found, and it's believed that she was sent straight to the devil's lap. Another girl named Mouse enters the scene and tells the girls not to joke about such things, but she's told to stop her bullshit and shut up her smelly mouth. Suddenly, a nun shows up and tells the girls it's time for bed, and then they go to sleep like pigs. At night, the spooky girl arrives and chats with Mouse, who seems to recognize her. That's when it's revealed that the spooky girl is actually Angela, who was also Mouse's sister. But she turns into a demon and attacks Mouse, so she screams like a chicken, but not a mouse. This turns out to be a dream, but Mouse makes the other girls also wake up screaming. Now, we see Nun practicing her sword skills, but she's interrupted by a holy priest named Holy. He wants to talk about an upcoming Halloween dance and says that everyone needs to set themselves loose. Nun doesn't like his unholy advice, but he tells her to do as he says, otherwise he will send her to Somalia to meet Pirate Jesus. Later, Nerd flirts with Mouse and asks her out to the Halloween dance, and she blushes, pretending to be innocent. After that, Bully tells the girls about an incident from last year, where Mouse and her parents received a creepy Halloween card, which was signed by Angela. This drove the parents to end their parenting lives, and it led Mouse to be admitted into their church school. Nun shows up and scolds the girls for talking ill about their classmate, and then we see her interrupting a couple who's planning to get freaky. In the middle of this, Bully distracts Nerd and steals a demon book from his bag. Nun takes a class talking about marriage and says that a kiss is a sin because it's an upper persuasion for a lower invasion. Blonde asks about sucking on sausages, but Nun is a vegetarian, so she doesn't know anything about it. Now we move to Holy, who is taking a class on the Bible. Nerd asks him to talk about demons, but Holy doesn't want to talk about such unholy things. Nerd feels that the art of demons will soon be treated like a science, but Holy strikes a holy pose and continues with his class. Later, Nerd realizes his demon book is missing, so he confronts Johnny and Hunk about it, but they tell him to get lost with his nerdy head. The boys then find Bully and Babe playing a game of tennis, so they decide to flirt with them. Hunk lands a basketball between Bully's smelly thighs, and she makes him work for his ball. The couple starts to get freaky, but they get caught by Nun, who scolds Bully for being reckless. Bully tries to act tough, but Nun punishes everyone by grounding them on the night of the Halloween dance. The students protest this, but Nun says they just need to cool off their teenage hormones. At night, Nerd sneaks into the church and enters a holy room to carry out a demon experiment. Later, Bully calls out to Hunk and takes him away for a smelly workout. Nerd brings out the Necronomicon and is about to begin his demon ritual, but does not see Demon Angela in the mirror. He then carries out the ritual, but Demon Angela attacks him and slashes his hormone let-go hand. Nerd tries to make an escape for his nerdy life, but gets caught by Holy. He tells him what happened, but Holy grounds him because his holy room has been violated. Now Bully and Hump get freaky, but Bully stops him and says he needs to bring Johnny to a secret party full of cute girls. Then, we see Mouse getting ready for the Halloween dance, but Blonde and Babe aren't going there because they are grounded. Bully shows up to tell the girls about the party she's organizing, but also asks them to bring Mouse along. At night, the group gets into a car that comes to take them to the party. However, the driver is shown to be Bully's muscular boyfriend, Big G. This makes Hunk upset, but Johnny is happy because he gets to tongue massage Babe. Now, Nerd learns that the special invitation to Babe's party leads to the Hull House. A man named Joker changes the sign board to the party zone, which leads the students to the Hull House. Mouse refuses to enter the house, so Johnny tells Babe to leave her in the car. While everyone is high and dry, Nun stops them, saying that they need to leave some place for the Holy Ghost. Now, the group enters the Hull house, and Bully lights a fire in front of a demonic symbol, which seemingly awakens Demon Angela. Johnny and Babe decide to get a room together, and Blonde gets paired with Hunk because Bully is with Big G. The demonic symbol starts to melt, so Bully scolds Big G, but then he shows her a black cat, which makes her excited. Babe uses the sink and finds a lipstick, but no water, so she decides to get busy with Johnny instead. Even Hunk makes a move on Blonde in the hallway, but he doesn't notice a demon statue staring at him. Mouse is still in the car, but she gets creeped out like a mouse when a man in a wolf mask attacks her. It leads to a brief chase scene, but then Mouse bumps into Bully and Big G. The wolf man is revealed to be Joker, who tongue massages Bully because they and Big G are part of a hormone trio. Mouse is visibly scared, but the hormone trio decides to sacrifice her as a holy offering to the devil by using Nerd's demon book. Hunk and Blonde reach the scene and try to save Mouse, but Joker stops them from proceeding. Meanwhile, Babe and Johnny turn up the heat, so Demon Angela decides to enjoy the view. Bully is about to stab Mouse, but Hunk saves her and gets stabbed instead. This causes Blonde to scream and alert Babe, so she stops Johnny and takes him to Mouse. That's when we learn that all of this was a prank, because the knife is only a toy. Suddenly, Demon Angela shows herself and makes Mouse scream like a mouse. After that, the team finds a smelly liquid surrounded by disgusting worms, so they decide to leave the whole house. However, Blonde needs to pee her blonde water, and so does Joker. Blonde enters the bathroom and uses the stinky toilet, but finds a demon face inside it, peeping at her smelly part. She screams in a chicken voice and calls for help, but the demon face disappears after that, possibly feeling sick of her chicken voice. Joker gets done with his stinky leak, but then he chases after Demon Angela, hoping to make demon babies with her. Unfortunately, she gives him a demon tongue massage and makes him roar like a wild goose. This disturbs the group, so they leave without Joker, who engages in demonic acts. Now we see Nerd, who tells Nun about the secret party. Nun goes to check up on Mouse, and this allows the other students to change the mood of the party. Babe uses the lipstick she found in the sink, but it attacks her, so she panics and asks the others to throw it away. However, Bully takes the lipstick and puts it on her lips. Nun can't find Mouse in her room, so she decides to go to Holy for help. Unfortunately, Holy doesn't have time for unholy suggestions, so he dismisses the nun's nonsense. The group comes back to the church school, but Mouse goes to her room because she's upset with the others for playing a prank on her. The students join the party and dance their hormones away, while Blonde decides to make use of Hunk's sausage weapon. Bully goes to the bathroom to use the demon lipstick again, but it attacks her and becomes a GPS tentacle. Bully tries to escape, but the door is locked, and then the tentacle traces where most men have gone before like a GPS gadget. After that, Angela arrives to flex her demonic figure and gives Bully a tongue massage to turn her over to the dark side. At the party, Angela shows up and starts dancing like a goth girl, which makes Johnny feel desired, despite Babe being next to him. Bully also arrives and starts dancing like there's no tomorrow. Angela proceeds to seduce Johnny, but then Nun shows up to chase her away. Regardless, Bully bears it all and invites Big G to feel her big mountains. He happily obliges, but Bully turns into a demon and turns them into demon hands to burn Big G's hands. Nun sees this and tells the others to hide their smelly ass in the chapel room immediately. Demon Bully kisses Big G and sends his big life straight to hell, after which she attacks Babe. Johnny saves her, and then Nun uses her holy cross to send Demon Bully away. Now, Babe explains that Bully has transformed because of the demon lipstick, and Nerd agrees with her. This prompts Nun to enter savage mode and turn into a ninja. The other students enter the chapel room, but Hunk and Blonde are missing because they are tongue massaging each other in the car. What Hunk doesn't realize is that Angela is playing with his smelly part while he's kissing Blonde without using his tongue. The couple quickly realizes what's going on, so they escape from Demon Angela. However, Hunk is caught and his head is chopped off, ending his hunky life. Blonde runs for her blonde life, but bumps into Bully, who turns her into a blonde demon with her juicy tongue. Johnny rushes to Holy's room and asks for his help, but he is only interested in taking a holy nap. Meanwhile, Angela shows up in front of her sister Mouse and offers to take care of her. Mouse hesitates at first, but Angela manages to trick her with her sweet nothings. The two sisters exchange hugs, but not hormones. However, Angela is shown to be in her demon form, Holy dresses into his holy attire, and Nun tells him to save Big G's soul. However, his body is missing, and so is Babe, who's looking for Mouse. She gets attacked by Demon Blonde, and a brief struggle follows. Luckily, Johnny shows up to save her, and then Nun arrives to perform a holy ritual. She cures Blonde and destroys a demon insect, which is revealed to be the source of the demon infection. The worst is yet to come, because Mouse is taken away to the Hull House by Demon Angela, who now has Bully and Big G as her new team members. Holy is still confused by what's going on, but Nerd points out to a holy statue weeping with bloody tears. Holy is not buying this story, but then he gets convinced by the others to go to the Hull House. Holy suggests splitting up, but Nun says that everyone should stick together. Ignoring the Nun's nonsense, Holy takes Nerd with him, leaving Nun with Babe and Johnny. They get distracted by a moving table and are abruptly separated one after the other. This allows Demon Angela to attack Johnny and smack him out of the house. Then we see Holy and Nerd bumping into Demon Big G. Nerd wants to attack him with holy water, but Holy tells him to calm down because he believes this is still human Big G. As expected, Demon Big G stabs Holy and sends him straight to meet Satan because he's not holy enough to be accepted by Jesus. Nerd attacks Demon Big G with a holy water gun, and then he uses a holy bomb to end his demon life. Johnny wakes up from his injuries, but finds Demon Hunk, who plays basketball with his own head. Demon Hunk attacks Johnny, but then Nerd shows up and uses his holy bomb to defeat him and play football with his head. Unfortunately, Demon Joker shows up and attacks Nerd with a spiked club. Johnny scares him away with his weird moves, and then he tends to Nerd by giving him some holy water. Before his journey to hell, Nerd says that Demon Angela wants to sacrifice Mouse to the devil to prove her loyalty to him. Now, Demon Joker attacks Sexy Babe, trying to play dirty on her for demon babies. Luckily, Nun arrives in time, flexing her ninja skills to defeat Demon Joker. The danger is not over as Holy arrives, but as an unholy demon, and so does Demon Bully. Things aren't looking good as the demons attack the women. But then, Johnny shows up and uses his holy water gun to send the demons away. Now, the survivors find Mouse, who is presented at an altar for the sacrifice. Demon Angela shows up and attacks Nun, even chopping off her head. But this is revealed to be a fake head as she had anticipated this. Nun flexes her holy faith, so Demon Angela challenges her to take Mouse's place. Nun agrees to this and swaps places with Mouse. Now, Demon Angela forces Mouse to send Nun to meet her end. But she is reminded of her holy faith, so she stabs her demon sister instead. The team tries to make an escape, but now Angela shows up as a demon snake. She dominates the team, but Johnny acts fast and kicks down some wood from the windows, allowing sunlight to enter the room. This turns out to be a deadly weapon, and it ends Demon Angela's snaky life. The survivors now make it out alive, but the movie ends with a girl picking up the demon lipstick and getting attacked by a demon snake, suggesting that there are more horrors to come. This is Daniel CC Movie Channel. Stay safe and enjoy your day.